recently that a lot of my posts, may it be photos on Instagram or videos I make, I wear my dressing gown. That seems to be the case again today. Anyway, the story goes that I've been wanting to make another video for a while. The other day I took the boy and I took the dog and we went to the abandoned runways, airport runways, just up the road, and began to film some great shots and had this great idea about a video and how it would include runways, and there's a meaning behind that. But as what tends to happen, we start filming and then there's some noise that comes and then there's people that comes and then it starts raining, and so I ended up having to just sort of knock it on the head and come home. So now you get a video with me in my dressing gown, so sorry about that. But like every person who ever preaches ever, you tend to start finding illustrations in everything in your life, and so I've got an illustration for today in the dressing gown really early in the morning, and I'm going to read the Bible to you. It goes a little bit like this. You see, in the first ever verse of the Bible, Genesis is the first book and the first chapter and the first verse, it says about God, it says, in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. Now, I find myself watching a lot of kind of Christian creative stuff online, and I've heard it time and time again, and it's a great truth, that this first verse in the Bible shows God to be a creator. It's the first thing that the Bible says about who God is that he creates. And so we are called, as we're made in the image of God, to create as well. And I love that simple truth, and I've heard it lots of times, so I've sort of reminded of it. So I was like, even though the runway situation happened with the rain and the shouting, and it wasn't really shouting, it was just people talking, but that was loud enough, and there were cars going. Even though that happened, I'm still called to create. God created, he's made me in his image, I'm called to create. That's the first thing I want to say today, but there's a second point that I've never noticed before that I want to share with you. You see, the second point comes in literally the next verse in the Bible. See, first verse says, in the beginning God created the heavens and the earth. But verse 2 says, now the earth was formless and empty. Darkness was over the surface of the deep and the Spirit of God was hovering over the waters. Now, there's loads you could say about this verse, but what struck me the other day was the first bit where it says, now the earth was formless and empty. Probably kind of like these videos. But actually, in all seriousness, what I think is so great here is that God doesn't make everything like in all in one go. He decides that actually he created the heavens and the earth, but then at first, for some period of time, I'm not here to debate about how long it took God to do creation. I get it. There are different ideas about that. All right, okay. Look at you on your keyboards wanting to talk about that. We're not talking about that today. But actually there was some period of time that the earth was formless and empty, which says to me of part of not just that God is a creator, but how he creates. You see, it seems to me like God creates in stages. That God doesn't necessarily create everything in one go, but he does it bit by bit at a time. And for me, in these videos, there's this pressure, and I don't know if you're trying to do some kind of initiative or create something or press a BP button on a temperature thing. So maybe you are trying to create something and you're feeling the pressure to have it all totally complete and totally exactly how you want it right from the beginning. For me, I want to make stuff and create things that are perfect and ideal all the time, such as filming on epic, beautiful runways. But instead I have to settle for my dressing gown. But that's okay. I guess that's okay, you know. I'm not in the business of trying to do everything amazing all in one go. I just want to do something. I want to create something. And that something might not be perfect, that something might not be complete yet, that something might not be the finished article exactly how I want it, but it is something, and it's teaching me something, and I'm enjoying it, and I'm feeling like I'm doing something. So I don't know what you're trying to make. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know what you're trying to achieve at the moment. But maybe it doesn't need to be the perfect finished article yet. Maybe you can just put something out there, create something, and know that you're still being a creator, made in the image of God, doing what God's called you to do when you're here is create, and it's a start, right? And who knows, one day you might record a video not wearing your dressing gown. I'll see you later.